Teacher Talking Sports, what it does, what it do, how we live. And let's continue this series I've been doing where I attempt to name the best player in each NBA franchise's history. Have them in a playlist, check it out. Previously did NFL best player in each team's history. Also in a playlist, check those out as well. Going in alphabetical order, today is the Indiana Pacers. Now, as I've stated in previous videos, I'm only looking at NBA. So that probably affects the Pacers more than anyone. So I'm not looking at ABA, and they won 3 championships in the ABA and had some excellent players. So only looking at NBA history, but anyhow, so their inaugural season in the NBA was the 76-77 season. So total of 48 seasons in the NBA, yet to win a championship, made their lone NBA Finals in the year 2000. Now, 2 years ago, I did my NBA Mount Rushmores by teams, where I attempted to name the 4 best players in each team's history. Again, if I had considered ABA, I probably would have had 2 ABA guys on here. But since I didn't, the 4 guys I included, and I'm looking at these, revisiting them to see if I would change anything in the 2 years before I name the GOAT. I'm going to keep the Pacers as is. So, in alphabetical order by last name, Paul George plays first 7 seasons with the Pacers, made 4 All-Star teams. We got Reggie Miller, whose entire 18-year career was with the Indiana Pacers. Jermaine O'Neal made 6 straight All-Star teams with the Pacers from 2002 to 2007. And the Dunking Dutchman, Rick Smits, an All-Star in the year 1998. Those were my 4 on the Mount Rushmore. I'm going to keep as is. Some honorable mentions for the Pacers include Danny Granger, Herb Williams, Dale Davis, Domantas Sabonis, Vern Fleming, Chuck Person, Detlef Schrempf, Mark Jackson, Billy Knight, also had some ABA history with him, and Ron Artest. Talk about current players at the end of the video. But anyhow, my GOAT of the Indiana Pacers. I didn't have to think hard about this one. I'm going with Reggie Miller. Miller was selected with the 11th overall pick in the 1987 NBA draft. As mentioned, played his entire 18-year career with the Pacers, was inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame in 2012, member of the NBA 75th anniversary team as one of the best 75 players ever. Helped guide the Pacers to their one NBA Finals appearance in 2000. That postseason, he averaged 24 points per game. Let's take a look at Miller's season-by-season numbers via his basketball reference page. I must say the accolades, you would have expected more from him, but I think it kind of underrates how special a player he was. In his 18 seasons, he made 5 All-Star teams and 3 All-NBA appearances. They were all third teams and MVP finishes of 13th and 16th, so never was top 12 in MVP voting. But again, I think that undervalues how good a player he was. Career averages at 18.2 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 1.1 steals. All in all, Miller had 6 different seasons where he averaged at least 20 points a game. 4 in a row from the 89-90 to 92-93 seasons. That 89-90 season, he finished as the runner-up for most improved player. Miller was quite a special shooter. You wonder how much more of a three-point specialist he would have been. Not just a three-point specialist, but a three-point shooter he would have been in today's era where the three-point ball is so much more prevalent, but shot just shy of 40% from deep for his career at 39.5%, but had 5 straight seasons from 93-94 to 97-98 where he shot at least 41% from deep. Near automatic from the free throw line, 88.8% for his career, and 5 times led the league in free throw percentage, including his last season in the NBA. Also did quite a bit of damage in the playoffs. 20.6 points per game, 39% 3-point percentage. Of course, has had some numerous clutch moments. I'm a Knicks fan, and man, yeah, it gave me nightmares at times. But Reggie Miller, to me, the best player in Pacers history. Again, plays whole career at the Pacers. His 25,279 points are the 23rd most in NBA history. His 1,505 steals are the 52nd most in NBA history. And his 2,560 made three-pointers are the fifth most in NBA history. He actually retired with the most in NBA history. Of course, as I mentioned, three-point ball has become so much more prevalent. He's dropped to fifth, but when you think of 90s three-point shooters, he's probably the first guy you think of. Reggie Miller, one of the best shooters really in league history, and he's my GOAT for the Indiana's Pacers franchise history. Let me know in the comments if you agree, disagree, whether it's on Miller or the Mount Rushmore I had. I think if I would have done an ABA one, included ABA, um, Mel Daniels and Roger Brown would likely be on the Mount Rushmore as well, over probably Smits, and then I would have to think about either George or O'Neal. But anyhow, with all of these, I take a look at the active roster and decide if anyone has a chance to overtake the GOAT, at least make the Mount Rushmore, or at least be an honorable mention. First name that probably comes to everyone's mind would be Tyrese Halliburton. Two straight All-Star appearances. Of course, just played 2 full seasons with the Pacers. Got a while to go. I will say, Rick Smits, as good as he was, um, probably one of the weaker fourth men on an NBA Mount Rushmore. So Halliburton definitely has a chance to overtake Smits. Way too early to say whether he could overtake Miller as the franchise best player. A guy like Pascal Siakam, who just got his max steal, except he's on the wrong side of 30, so you wonder how many more all-star, all-NBA level seasons he has left. I probably could name Miles Turner as an honorable mention right now. So we'll say that he's an honorable mention as well. But anyhow, that's the Indiana Pacers. Stay tuned for tomorrow when we look at the Los Angeles Clippers. Anyhow, don't forget to subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to subscribe. Like the video, share the video, hit the bell for notifications. I'm out.